In this lesson, we're going to look at solving special types of linear systems. Example 1, how do I identify systems with no solutions? So first of all, we're going to solve the system by graphing. So notice that these are both in slope-intercept form, so we're going to start on the 4, and then our slope is 3, so we're going to go up 3 over 1. And for our next equation, we have y is equal to 3x minus 2. So we're going to start on the negative 2, and then from there we'll go up 3 over 2. All right, so the solution to the system is when two lines intersect. And because these two lines are parallel, they're never going to intersect, and so therefore we have no solution. Now, if we were just to look at those two equations, notice that we have a slope of 3 and a slope of 3, and then we learned in one of the previous chapters that parallel lines have the same slope. And so we would be able to tell even by just looking at the equations that they are going to be parallel. All right, so this next one, we're going to solve this one by using substitution. We're saying that y is equal to 3x minus 2. So we're going to plug in when we see y, we'll plug in the 3x minus 2. So we have negative 6x plus 2, and we're saying y is 3x minus 2. And then that's equal to then 8. So now let's go ahead and simplify and solve. Now you might notice here as we're simplifying that these variables are canceling out. I'm going to have 0 x's. And so I'm left with negative 4 is equal to 8. Well, because negative 4 is not equal to 8, this is a no solution. All right, so this next one we're going to solve by using elimination. So I have 6x minus 2y is equal to 8, and 6x minus 2y is equal to 8. Well, we could either subtract these, or I'm just going to multiply everything by a negative on the bottom here. And so I have 6x plus negative 6x, and those are going to cancel out and go away. And so are my y's. I have negative 2y plus 2y, and those become a 0 as well. Because this entire side is 0, I do need to put a 0 there. And then I have 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. Well, because 0 is not equal to 12, this is also going to be a no solution. All right, example number 2, how to identify systems with infinitely many solutions. So let's graph these two equations. So the first one is in slope-intercept form, so I'm going to start on the 2, and then I will go up 1 over 2. For this next equation, x minus 2y is equal to negative 4. Let's go ahead and solve that one by finding the intercepts. We could solve for y, but I think it might just be easier to find the intercepts here. So when x is 0, we have negative 2y is equal to negative 4. So y would be equal to 2. And then if I came and found then when y is 0, we have x is equal to negative 4. So when we go to graph this one, I'm going to use red here to identify that. I have 0, 2, and I have negative 4, 0. Now notice that these two equations fall on the same line, and so if they fall on the same line, then that is called infinitely many. So it's infinitely many solutions. All right, for number 2, we have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 2, and then the x minus 2y is equal to negative 4. Same equations, we're just going to solve it a different way. And so let's solve this one then by substitution. So let's come and we're going to plug it in here. So I have x minus 2 times, and y is equal to 1/2 x plus 2 then is equal to negative 4. And so let's distribute. I have x minus, and 1/2 of negative 2 is negative 1. And then I have minus 4 is equal to negative 4. Oops, there's a variable there. All right, so taking a look here, as I'm going to solve this, I can continue to simplify. Well, when I take the 1x minus 1x, those cancel out. And so what I have left then is I have negative 4 is equal to negative 4. And again, because negative 4 is equal to negative 4, that gives us the infinitely many. All right, for our third example, let's go ahead and we'll solve this then by using elimination. And so notice that I don't have anything that will automatically cancel out here. So let's go ahead and let's multiply everything on the top by, let's say, a negative 2 so that those y's can cancel out. So as I do that, so we're going to have negative 1x plus 2y, because negative times negative is a positive, is equal to then negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. So we have, let's make that a positive 1x minus 2y is equal to negative 4. So now notice that our variables, negative 1 and 1, the x's cancel out and the y's cancel out. So we have 0 over here, and then we have 4 minus 4, and that's equal to 0. And because 0 is equal to 0, that would be an infinitely many solutions. All right, example number 3. How do I tell if a system has one solution, no solutions, or infinitely many without actually solving the system? Well, let's go ahead and talk about what they look like. So on a graph, our one solution, remember, it just it intersects at one point. So the one solution on the graph, it just shows that it has it intersecting at the graph. Now, as far as the slopes and the y-intercepts, so they can't have the same slope because if they have the same slope, they're going to be no solution because they would be parallel. So they have to have different slopes in order for them to have one solution. And then it really doesn't matter what the y-intercepts are. They could have the same, they could have different. That does not matter. So a no solution, remember, on the graph, that it is never going to touch, so it has two parallel lines. And what we know then, for it to have a no solution, that they had to have the same slope, but then they had to have different y-intercepts, because if they had the same slope and the same y-intercept, it would be the same line. So we have different y-intercepts. And then for the infinitely many solutions, remember on the graph that we just get one straight line, or it's one on top of the other. And for this, you have to have the same slope and the same y-intercept. So in this lesson, we took a look at how to solve systems, the special kinds of systems where there could be one solution, no solution, or infinitely many.